Yo, Wagwan, it's the sports time zone. Yours truly, brother Noomsi. I got the fellas. Fellas, holla at the people.
TZ Day, what's up, my peoples? How y'all doing out there?
Cue the beat in the building. What's good?
Hey,
Russia.
my man.
Huh? We gonna hook him? No. It's Boomer.
All day. Yo.
My boy Pressure is in the building. He ain't even no guest, just like my man Diesel. Pressure ain't even a guest no more. He done been here so many times. So help yourself to the fridge, Pressure. Put your feet up. Use the ashtray if you need to use the ashtray. Do what you do. Welcome back to the show. Also, everybody out there that's showing love to us, make sure y'all follow us on IG, TZ. Tell them what to do.
Hit that like, share, subscribe button. Go to our Instagram. Follow us at sporttime_zone. We here. We making things happen. Go show love. Appreciate all the support. And let's keep running it up.
Keep running it up. Y'all know what it is. Make sure y'all hit the like, share, subscribe. Shout out to goodlifeclothing.com. Shout out to KE Creations. Shout out to my man Gene Hennigan. We're doing some things. Hey, shout out to my man, my producer, Q the Beat with the new logo. I know y'all see that new logo. I know y'all see the new logo right there. I'm pointing right at it. I know y'all see that. Salute to my man Q the Beat for the logo. Yo, we got a dope show lined up for y'all today, boy. This show gonna be off the chain. Week number 4 of the NFL season is behind us. Some real good games. We're also gonna talk some college football. We had some crazy endings. I know y'all seen that Miami versus Virginia Tech ending, and then that Bama versus Georgia. It was some real good games. We're gonna break those down too. Of course, we got my man Pressure in the building, who's gonna give us his pressure points and a breakdown of the NFL season and just what's going on in general. So big things are going on in this show right now. So make sure everybody, the whole owner, pay attention because we have a whole heap of things for you. Yo, let's start this thing off right though. Let's talk some college football. We ain't talk college football on here in a minute. We rarely talk college football.
What you got, man? Let's see
let's
what's
start
going on.
off. You was talking a little bit about these Ohio State boys. Ohio State had a game against Michigan State, a game that, you know, it was pretty lopsided. I mean, Ohio State was favored to win that game, but
Combination.
complete down. Tell us a little bit about the game, what you saw in the game, how you see Ohio State doing this year. Just give us a little feedback for those out there who didn't get to see that game.
I see Ohio State, man. We look comfortable. We starting to pick up the rhythm and our pace. I like our coaching. Ryan Day not being scared of just making plays and making calls. I'm still learning Will Howard, but he looks pretty decent right now. We know we got the receiver, Trayvon Henderson. We got Iboka. So we doing it big. We doing it nice. We ready. I feel like it's a big year. We ain't make it to the championship last year playoffs, so this is revenge time.
Ohio State is a number 3 team in the nation. They're 4-0, and they defeated Michigan State Spartans, who's 3-2 and an unranked team. Do you take anything away from that game, Pressure? Do you see a number 3 team bullying an unranked team and blowing them out? Do you see that as anything that we should take from that game?
In all honesty, I mean, it is what it is, right? You go in there, you're playing lower opponents. I mean, they haven't played anybody all year, to be honest. But, you know, they're ranking these teams, you know, before they even get to the meat of their schedules. But it is what it is.
Pause.
You know, same thing. So, yes, definitely pause.
No Diddy.
Whoa, that was crazy, Pressure.
No, listen.
It's crazy. Getting to the
I've
meat.
been hanging with y'all too long. Y'all rub it off. I don't even be slipping like that.
Hey, Q, can you throw those numbers back up there again? I wanted to take a look at the Ohio State's quarterback and see what those numbers look like.
Will Howard, baby. Yeah.
All right. So he passed 21 for 31 for 244, 2 touchdowns and a pick, which is not I mean, it's not bad at all. 2 touchdowns, it's not gaudy. Is he in the Heisman talks at all?
I wouldn't think so.
No.
Yeah, I wouldn't think so. I know you've got the quarterbacks, your boy,
right?
You got Travis.
Miami.
Travis
Hunter,
Yeah, Cam Ward is going to
Milroe.
I like
and
Cam.
Milroe, which, I mean, if anything was anything in the head-to-head matchup, Milroe looked, a lot better. Just to say that.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Of course, we're going to talk about Miami in a little bit, but that Ohio State, salute to Ohio State, man. They're always a perennial top 10 team every single year. It seems like they're always there. They're always in the conversations. They're always there. So it'll be interesting to see how they progress as the season goes forward with Ohio State. Q, did you see anything in Ohio State that's that you think we should pay attention to going forward?
Yeah, they got some good receivers. They got some good receivers, man.
Q, let it be known.
They coming with it offensively. They got a good team. They are a team to kind of put on the radar for trying to go for the number one.
Okay.
4-0. All they gotta do is win out.
Well, they are in good position to do that. So we'll see what happens with Ohio State.
We don't care about being number one. We just want to be in a chance to play for the college championship. That's all that matters. That's all that matters. We don't care if we 1, 2, or 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Speaking of championship, though, two teams that are always also in the championship conversation every year, Bama versus Georgia. That was a pretty interesting game as well. Pressure, what's your takeaways from the Bama versus Georgia game?
Well, I really like what I saw with Alabama. Played real gritty, and I mean, you kind of wonder when you lose a Saban, how's the team going to respond? What's this going to look like? And I mean, looks like they're right there in the mix again. So Milroe was pretty sharp. They played solid defense and had Georgia just kind of stuck for a whole minute. So very, very nice. Very nice what I saw.
Yeah, I gotta agree with you on what I saw from Milroe. This kid, he is dynamic. He's got the arm, he's got the running speed, he's got the vision. He looks like the complete package in a quarterback. So I was really impressed with what I saw from him. I love his game. But Bama is just one of those teams. They revamp and refuel every year. Right. Doesn't matter who the coach is, it seems, because when they had
it seems. It seems.
Yeah, I mean
but I'm not a fan of Saban, but you've got a long way to go.
Oh, of course. Yeah. I mean, but if this is a sample size of what's to expect for the rest of the season,
their fans are happy.
Then I think they're in pretty good shape. In what I saw from them. TZ, what's your thoughts on this Bama versus Georgia? What were your takeaways on how the game actually played out? So it looked like, wasn't Georgia, they were on the ropes for most of the game, right?
Yeah, it started off 28-0, and then it became 28-7. And then third quarter, that's when Georgia started picking it up. But Georgia, they don't look too good to me, to be honest. I don't really care for their quarterback.
Even with the walk down, they didn't look good.
Alabama just lost it a little bit. You know, when teams get up, they kind of take their mind off the focus for a second.
And foot off the gas.
Yeah, teams come back.
Yeah.
If this was a playoff game, it wouldn't even happen like this. Still be a blowout. But Alabama is scary. I see them as one of the only teams to go against Ohio State.
Good point. Anything you got, Q?
Well, I agree. Alabama kind of let up a little bit, but when you do let up, you can't do that. You can't do that when it comes down to the final, showdown. Like you do that on Texas or somebody like that, it's over. It ain't gonna be no throw an interception at the end of the game. But I agree, Carson Beck, he did poorly. He had a horrible game. Like the game was horrible for Carson Beck. That Alabama kind of let off, and they kind of came back a little bit. They still had a chance to take the lead at the end or tie the game up. And what they do, Carson Beck go down there and throw an interception. And I don't know who he was throwing it to. So Alabama, Georgia, they done. It's over.
The crazy thing is like how when they finally took the lead, like, and when they scored them 2 plays, then Alabama come right back and scored
again.
The very next play, like the first play they scored.
Yeah,
that was electric. That was electric.
I was a little disappointed in Georgia, especially my boy Ty and Miss Fat. You know, they let me know that Georgia this year, you know, was gonna make some noise and do some things, but they didn't really show up. They let me down. They gave up 28. You said 28 to what? Zip early. Like it got away from them early, and I expected them to come out a little stronger. But Bama came in and punched them in the mouth right away. They punched them in the mouth, and they never let up until like that third quarter or whatever. But you know, we'll see. I mean, Georgia still has time to turn things around. You lose to Alabama early in the season, and you still have time to make a season out of it. In college football, one thing about college football, it's better to lose early than to lose late. So
definitely, and it doesn't matter who you lose to.
It doesn't. Exactly. If you turn up towards the end, then you still in good shape. So that's the
especially if you still up too. You got a chance to kind of break it.
Exactly. So that game was you know, a shocker in a lot of people's eyes by Georgia's standards. But Miami versus Virginia Tech, my Miami Hurricanes pulled out a very controversial win against Virginia Tech. So I want to talk a little bit about Cam Ward here, Cam Ward was the leader in the Heisman runnings going into the game. We talked last show about what his QBR was. We talked about his stats. TZ, I was going over his stats with you, and you know, really impressive. But they ran into a brick wall at Virginia Tech. Virginia Tech historically plays us very hard. Like they always play us very tough. It's never an easy game. It's never an easy win one way or the other against Virginia Tech. And they came out. The Hokies came out there and they did their thing. Let me flash those numbers. Good looking out on that cue. The quarterback, Drones, he actually impressed me a lot. Even though the numbers suggest they weren't all that great, but his orchestration of the game and the way he ran the offense and managed the offense against the Miami defense, it was phenomenal. He came out there and they led for most of the game. Cam Ward had probably his worst game of the season, and he still ended up passing for 343 yards with 4 touchdowns. There were the 2 picks. So again, when you're talking about Heisman, you're not just talking about how your team performs, but it's how you perform individually. Our rushing yards weren't that great. We only had 1 receiver who broke 80 yards in passing. So the majority of it was Cam Ward trying to make things happen, but he didn't look that good in this game. He actually looked kind of bad, in my opinion. But he had enough at the end of the game to rally us, to bring us back. And as you can see there in that fourth quarter, he turned it up with 2 touchdowns in that fourth quarter. So he did his thing. But the controversial play at the end of the game, Virginia Tech looked like they caught a ball and then they dropped it. And then it was ruled a touchdown and it was not ruled a touchdown. And then it was just a crazy, wild finish. Pressure, you had thoughts on that game. So I'm going to go to you first on that because you were texting me as that game was going. And while we're talking about that, maybe Q to Beat can find that last play and see if we can slow that down for the people who didn't get to see it and see if we can see from our perspective if that was a touchdown or not. But Pressure, go ahead on your thoughts on the game.
Right. And just like when I texted you, it was, I don't have a problem if it was a completion or if it was incomplete. I don't care. I didn't have any skin in the game. But what I take issue with is you can't call it a touchdown on the field, and all the shots they showed on TV, on the replay, there wasn't anything really definitive. You could say, well, from this angle, if it looks like maybe he didn't have it, and then it came out. So it didn't look like the ball came out to you from any of those angles? It didn't look like the ball came out? Well, it looked like it came out, but you can't say that I didn't have possession long enough. I'm in the end zone. Okay, so pause right here. As we can see right here, it was a jump ball. So it's anybody's ball.
Virginia Tech has like 3 receivers in that area. One of them comes down with the ball, but he doesn't really secure it. As you can see, he's still bobbling it, and then it ends up getting
down for a second. I'm down for a second, and you called it a touchdown. It has to be clear, indisputable evidence to overturn it.
Well, again, I mean, and from that angle, it's kind of hard to tell.
Right.
But that's fine, and I appreciate you on that, Q. You could pull that down to see if maybe you can find another angle while we discuss that. But I don't know that no one can disputably say that was a catch, though. You can't.
But it was called a catch.
It was called a catch on the field.
And if it's called a catch, I have to prove to you without a shadow of a doubt. And with those clips, I just didn't see that.
Okay, well, maybe where they at? Secaucus, New York, or wherever they at, the replay people, like maybe they saw something that just for a split second it looked like he didn't have the ball.
But they didn't show us.
Well, exactly. That's what I'm thinking. Maybe they didn't show us every angle. Q to beat before you even show anything else. When you watched it, just from your naked eye, watching that, what were your thoughts on that? And then we'll get to TZ Dave in a minute. I don't know. Dave is over there hiding somewhere, playing hide and seek. I don't know what Dave is doing. But go ahead, Q to beat.
Well, I thought he came down with it, and if you look at the replay, when he had the ball and the player is on him and he on the ground, technically that's he down. And even if we are tied offensively and defensively, the offense get the tie. So I thought he came down with it. Old boy kind of had it in his hand. They was kind of wrestling with it, but in the end, it ended up being like a tie-up. So at that point, that should be ruled offensive possession and the touchdown. But you know how it go. I'm gonna try to find a replay where it shows.
Look, my thing is
motion.
This
Miami won.
As Miami as the secondary for Miami, the corners and the safeties. How do y'all even let that happen? How do you even allow a miracle Hail Mary to even touch the hands of the receiver? I mean, I'll take a PI over letting him catch it. You know what I'm saying?
Especially in college, because it's only 15 yards.
That just can't happen. Okay, here's a close-up look at it, Pressure. Here's a closer look. And let's see. Okay, so we're at this point. Does he have possession? It doesn't even look like he has possession at this point.
He's got it there.
But that's tough. That's hard to.
Right, but in the game they showed where he had it kind of on his body and his hand was on it.
See, again, it comes out at that point.
But I'm already down now.
Yeah, see, he down.
I'm already down now.
But look again though. Look again. Boom.
I'm down.
He on the ground, like the play over it right there. But
now I'm fiddling with it.
The only thing I can think of is that they were saying that as we're saying that he's down, that he's still fiddling with the ball.
Or
no, if I've got it and I'm down, I'm down.
Right. Or are they saying he not down, that he landed on top of his own player and he not technically down?
Right.
But all I have to do is cross the plane anyway in the end zone.
Right.
But
if I've got possession and I'm over the plane.
If you land on your player,
he haven't got no possession of it anyway.
But exactly.
Look who showed up.
And exactly. And not only that, he landed on his teammate. His teammate is out of bounds.
They can say that.
Right. So if you land on your teammate and your teammate is out of bounds, is that you're out of bounds too, technically.
But they didn't say that.
Right, but they didn't have to. All they had to say was it wasn't a touchdown. Like, I mean, they don't have to explain why it wasn't a touchdown. They don't have to say, well it's not a touchdown because of this. It's just not a touchdown.
Because that's why we're reviewing it.
Yeah, that's close.
So you have to explain it why it's not.
That's too close for comfort right there. Appreciate you, Q to beat. I don't want to spend too much time on it, but you know, again, My team won. You know, we undefeated still. You know, we got that win. And again, for Virginia Tech, you can't give up 2 touchdowns in the fourth quarter when you've been dominating the game. You can't do it. You can't allow that.
To that, you know you can't stop them forever.
Yeah, exactly. Not with a quarterback of that caliber. So eventually Cam Ward was going to turn up, which he did. So excellent game. That was, you know, really dope game. I enjoyed it. I'm going to be honest, though. At the end, when they called it a touchdown, I turned the TV off. And I went. I got me some sticky. I got up out of there. I didn't want to see it. I didn't know what happened until Pressure texted me.
Hey, bro, y'all what?
Yeah. I was like, man, I was done. I was sick for the night. But we pulled it out. Shout out to my Hurricanes in winning that game. So we keep our eyes for the rest of the season on what's going to happen with college football. I'm really looking forward to seeing that. I don't know if, Dave, you had anything you wanted to add on that before we move on?
Nope.
All right, so we good on that. Now, for the next segment, we got my man Pressure in the building. He's not just here to sit here with his OU shirt on and to bask in the glory of the sports time zone. He is here with a purpose. And so this week, we have a new installment of the show, as we did in week 1, called Pressure Points. So Pressure, come to the stage and run the blood clot show. Wagwan.
Thank you for having me. Biggest week of the year, right? OU Texas weekend. It gets no bigger in college football right now. We're 4-1. Texas 5-0, ranked number 1. Thing about it, in this game, you throw the records out. They don't matter. It doesn't matter. Historically, it doesn't matter. So a couple things that I saw that I didn't like with the Auburn game, we were running screens to the short side. We're running a little option to the short side, and we're in 3rd and longs, and we're doing these little smokes. But once we finally let Hawkins unleash one, and it opened it up. I don't have to complete the pass. I just have to open up the defense. And then we started getting things rolling, making things happen. We've got to get a little more in control as far as penalties are concerned, especially playing Texas. You can't have mistakes. You've got to play mistake-free football. And if we do that, I think with our defense, we've got a shot. We can do it. And I think where you guys ranked at? Where you guys ranked right now? Press? We are, I want to say 23.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to say 23. Okay. So we can do it. And I'm certain that we believe Crimson and Cream always rises to the top. So what we need to do, preparing, not sure if it's Arch or if it's Ewers. I mean, we'd much rather have Manning just because he hasn't been there before. But I'm sure they're going to find a way to prop Ewers up, and he'll be there. But
you know what's going to happen.
Even still, we will make enough plays to get the dub. Horns down.
You ain't trying to hear that.
What else do we got? We've got fantasy football. If you guys are into it, big week. Fire up Joe Flacco. If you're scrambling for a quarterback, fire up Flacco. He's on waivers. Receivers, Dontavius Wicks with Green Bay showed out. And you've got Watson, who's got a high ankle sprain. Looked to be worse than that live. I thought it was a knee. After reports, it is a high ankle sprain. So he's going to be out a couple weeks. Keep an eye on Jonathan Taylor with the Colts. And if he doesn't go, somebody on your waivers, Trey Sermon, OUDNA. And
shout out to Trey Sermon.
We'll get to Fields whenever we go there. I'll talk on that. What else do I've got here?
You got a good minute. You still got a good minute to go. 1 minute.
Yeah, let's see. What else do I have here? We've got.
Of course, he's staying away from them Cowboys, ladies and gentlemen. Pressure don't want to touch the Cowboys and his pressure points.
Here we go. Cowboy. We're in trouble. We've been in trouble all year, but even more so, you've got Tank out. You've got Parsons out, banged up in the secondary, obviously. We may look to throw our hats in the ring with either Cooper or Devontae. It would probably be more Cooper. He's been in the system, and he's cheap. And he's cheap.
Y'all ain't getting Cooper back.
That would probably be where we would go. Despite Jerry's claims of all in, clearly we weren't. Didn't even reach out to King Henry, and that would be amazing right now because we can't run the ball at all. We've ran 3 different running backs to no success. We're putting CD in danger with these reverses. Cooks is doing reverses. Like, come on. We've got to get the running game ironed out. Similar to OU in that it was Sawchuk last year. Haven't seen a lot of Sawchuk. It's been Barnes, and he's still not getting on track. So, and we've got to get that ironed out on a short week going to the Cotton Bowl. And with the Cowboys, we've got, I want to say, the Steelers, which is no picnic, but both teams can get a win this week.
So we'll see what happens with that. Pressure points in the building. Appreciate you. Pressure with the pressure points. We gotta see what happens with them Cowboys, though. I'm really, really interested to see. I personally don't think y'all gonna get Cooper back. I don't know. We'll see. The season is still plenty of season to go, so it's not like the season is over with. So y'all got plenty of time to turn.
But it's not really.
So we'll see. Now you did touch on something that I also wanted to comment on. You mentioned the Indianapolis Colts, and you mentioned JT and then Trey Sermon. The Colts actually pulled out a good win this week, last week, over the Pittsburgh Steelers. That was a really good game because at the end of that game, Justin Fields had an opportunity to drive the ball down the field and possibly take the lead and win a game. I really was interested in seeing that. In our group text, I sent the text. I say, all right, this is the fourth quarter. And I said, Justin Fields has an opportunity to win the game and drive the ball down the field. But he came up short to Q's point, what you were saying earlier, Q. Justin Fields was out there looking crazy. You want to touch on that a little bit before we slide into our week 5 picks?
Yeah, I think at points, Justin kind of got back to the old Justin Fields of Chicago. I think he was just trying to do a little bit too much at certain times and forgot how to play for a couple seconds. He ran backwards for like 19 yards just to fumble the ball on his own. I was like, man, what are you doing? Man? At some points, he was just holding the ball like for too long.
But he just doesn't trust what he sees.
Right.
And I mean, you can't necessarily fault or blame him, especially with Russell Wilson there. And I know he's there.
Breathing down his neck.
I know you brought him here to be the number one.
And then let's not make no bones about it. This is still a new system for him. This is still a new system for Justin Fields. I mean, he did come in red hot, but he's still learning this system. This is still brand new. He's learning a new coach. He's learning a new offense. He has freedoms and liberties that he never had before. So, I mean, there's going to be some growing pains. He got a little spoiled by his introduction and how he did at first, but there are going to be moments like that. But shout out to Trey Sermon. Also, we're good. I don't know, Q, if you know, but his sister, we know his sister too. So shout out to you, Nene Sermon.
Shout out, Nene.
Yeah, and your brother doing a phenomenal job there in Indy. Dave, I know we can't see you right now, but any thoughts? I know you want to gloat a little bit about the Steelers losing to the Colts because you did pick the Colts to win that game. But any thoughts on that game itself?
I enjoy watching. I actually watched a little bit of that game. I did like some things I've seen from Justin Fields. He was calm on some positions. He made the right passes. He looked a little comfortable, so I'll give him that. But I want to turn my focus to the Colts. I want to put my focus on Colts quarterback Anthony Richardson.
I like that guy.
My boy, you got to stay healthy, gang.
Yeah.
Every time I look, you hurt, bro, and that kind of derails your future because you the one. And not to say Joe Flacco ain't been there and did that, but his time's up. I don't want to see Joe Flacco play quarterback.
Yeah. I will say this.
They're gonna need him now.
Obviously, as far as talent, athleticism, night and day. I mean, as far as Richardson to Flacco. However, the passing game came alive. The passing game came alive. He can pass. He got Downs involved. He got who else? Pittman woke up. And I mean, fantasy owners, they didn't know what to do. Yeah. I mean, because these guys were just sitting on rosters or sitting on waivers. Downs is going to be a super high pick, right behind Wicks this week for receivers. And people were benching Pittman. He's going to be starting. I mean, as far as Anthony Richardson, excellent talent.
It's just
excellent talent. But you've got to get the ball to your playmakers.
Yeah.
You're a point guard, basically. Get your players involved. That's why they pay those guys.
Exactly. Yeah, great point. Everybody made excellent points on that. Anthony Richardson, I told you I was, gloating about him the other week and some of the throws that he made in that game against Chicago and the way he, did his thing there. But to Dave's point, man, you got to stay healthy, bro. Really? I think he got a hip injury now. Like it's like every year it's something different. So you got to kind of taper down and tone down a lot of that recklessness and getting hit and then running around crazy. And he's got to kind of hone that in. Like I was saying, it's okay with being a pocket passer sometimes. You don't always have to be this one-dimensional run-first quarterback. Like it's okay to stand in there, burp the baby a few times and look around. And if it's not there, then dirt it. You ain't got to take off all the time,
And something too on that, I hate to interject, but it's coaching too. Because as soon as he came back in from being injured, you run a zone read.
Yeah,
and he decides to keep it.
Yeah.
Like you can't do that.
Yeah, that's true. Coaching through play calling. Yeah.
He could have got hurt even more.
True. Yeah. And he went down. He got hit in the head, but he didn't get hit on the hip. It was just, I can't go anymore.
Yeah, it could have been much worse. Before we leave
with Justin Fields, I know TZ Davis here. So how does Fields' performance, how does that impact your number 5 quarterback overall, Danger Russell Wilson? How does it affect him going forward?
Well, technically, we still don't know how Russell Wilson going to play because he's been hurt. So
he's fine.
No, he's hurt. He's still hurt.
He's okay.
He'll be playing. So I'm still not going. Justin Fields can be the quarterback for now. But let's just see how we still got a long season. Let's see how the rest of the week
Okay. But
Russell Wilson will get in there. We will
see. The word around Pittsburgh is that Russell is fine.
No, I ain't hearing that.
Yeah, Dave, though, you don't want to. Dave don't want to hear that.
Don't believe what I say.
Dave don't want to hear
I
that.
hear he sees he's progressing. He should be playing the next week or so.
Okay.
All right, well, we'll see. We're going to keep our eye on that. Let's see what Tomlin does. One thing about Tomlin, he ain't going, if it ain't broke, he ain't going to break it. So,
and even if I win ugly,
He's going to do what's best for the team. So we'll see what while going with that.
They should have won that game.
Yeah, they should have. Right.
They missed like 3 field goals, and they was blowing the game, man.
Yeah.
Some extra stuff, trying to reach to get extra yards and just fumble the ball to the other team. You know, you don't never see Pickens do nothing like that. Like, that was just a crazy game.
As bad as they played, they still had a chance to win at the end. They could have, they were one drive away from winning the game. And I mean, to Justin Fields' credit, he did a lot because that team was losing by more than that, and he brought them back. Like, he drove the ball the length of the field. He did a complete, 90-something yard drive prior to that last drive, and then he punched it in himself with a quarterback keeper and got it in there to make the game even close. So, we'll see what happens with that going forward. Now, it's week number 5 coming up, fellas. This is week 5 of the NFL season, and we got some real good games coming up on the schedule. I'm sure Q the Beat is queuing up that schedule. So what we're gonna do here,
let's see them games.
We're gonna break down these games like my man TZ say. And I know my record may not be that good, but I'm gonna walk y'all boys down with these picks. I'm gonna walk y'all down, and I'm gonna come back and make a valiant effort for the rest of this season. But for those of y'all out there who don't know much about football, if you're part of an office pool, or you just want to sound intelligent, you want to sound like you know what you're talking about with football, listen to us. We be knowing. Noopsy be knowing. My boys be knowing. We be knowing what's going on with sports. So check out our picks. You can follow either one of our picks, and you'll sound like the smartest person in the office. So, cue the beat. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get our week 5 schedule up there, and we're going to go around the world, and we're going to give our picks for week number 5. So, cue the beat. I'm going to let you know, and just let us know what week 5.
All right, week 5 of the NFL. Let's get it. All right, game 1. Let's get it. We got Thursday night football, October 3rd. Buccaneers, Falcons at home. Who y'all got?
Where we start?
Right here, game Thursday night football.
Thursday night. I'm going with man.
Falcons. I'm going Falcons.
I'm going with Tampa Bay. Falcons let me down. I'm sorry, Big Ty. I'm sorry, Miss Fat. Y'all Falcons got to show me something now. But I got the Bucks.
I too have the Bucks. I mean, statistically, Baker Mayfield playing out of his mind. Okay. Out of his mind. So
that's fair.
OU DNA, Bucks all day.
Bucks it is. So who you got, Q?
I got the Bucks.
All right, TZ, Lone Ranger TZ. You know what? At the end, we're gonna tally up who got the best Lone Ranger record too. That's another thing we're gonna keep track of.
Hey, I've been winning a couple of them Lone Rangers, man.
Okay, so
I just won one too. I just got one on my record.
You might be our Lone Ranger leader, but okay. So you the Lone Ranger TZ. So let's remember that. What else we got?
All right, we got Jets and the Vikings.
I'm going with the Vikings.
Yeah, until I thought the Jets kind of had it figured out, but I mean, this week was atrocious.
It was a clunker.
Hey, lose to the Broncos.
Breece Hall with 3 rushing yards. Like, what are we doing? So I'm gonna go with the Vikings until they lose. Sam Darnold's been playing.
Aaron Rodgers, you lose to Bo Nix? Is you kidding me? Yeah, sorry. I'm going Vikings. Easy.
Okay. Q?
I'm going to go with the Vikings, even though I want to say Jets, because I'm going to let Aaron Rodgers slide. It was raining. It was full. It was pouring down rain. Everybody was dropping the ball. If you watch the game, it was a lot of drops.
Lone Ranger.
So you tap dancing?
I'm going to go with the Jets.
Okay, Lone Ranger.
You know what? The Vikings can't win them all.
Lone Ranger. All right. Let's see how that go. Next game.
All right. Panthers, Bears.
I'm going Andy Dalton. I'm going with the Panthers. I'm not sold on the Bears at all.
Terrible. I don't even want to pick.
The Bears have the worst offensive line in all of football. Let's just start there.
These are facts. I'm going with the Bears, though. I'm going
Wow.
with the Bears.
Okay, TZ.
I'm gonna go Bears too.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm gonna go with the Panthers, man. I'm
All
gonna go.
right, you with me on that. Next game.
All right, Browns and Commanders.
Washington.
Manders.
Commanders.
That's a full slate right there. All the way.
Clean sweep. All right. Who else?
All right, Dolphins, Patriots.
Patriots.
Dolphins. I swear to God, I said last week, if y'all couldn't beat the Titans, that I was done with y'all. But I'm really done if y'all can't beat the Patriots. I swear.
Y'all on the road. It's gonna be tough in here. It's gonna be tough. Y'all on the road.
Man, Dolphins.
I'm gonna go with
Maybe.
the Patriots, man.
I'm going.
Yeah,
Patriots.
I'm going Patriots. And the fans, the coaching, front office, not having a plan in place for Tua,
Mhm.
and you've seen it year after year after year.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah. Okay. Who you got, Q?
Patriots.
I'm the Lone Ranger.
Lone
Right,
Ranger.
let's go.
Good for
I'm
you.
the Lone Ranger. I'm the Lone Ranger and with my boys. Radio Raheem, you better come out there, Raheem Mostert. Make me
Is he
look good
back?
and make these boys look bad. Lone Ranger, next game. We got
Coach Jags.
Jags. They 0-4. They got to get a win.
I like the Jags.
I like the Jags. Easy.
If Flacco plays, Colts.
Ain't no ifs. Who you got?
Hey, if Flacco plays, Colts. I'll take Colts.
Okay.
You think the Jaguars gonna go 0-5?
They may not have a choice.
Yeah, it's tough.
I'm gonna say Colts.
Good.
Okay.
Phew.
Okay.
I
That's
think
what
they gonna go 0-5. I do. I think they going 0-5 this year.
All
All right,
right.
Bills and the Texans.
Ooh, we.
Stephon Diggs versus an old team. Josh Allen got something for you,
Gonna
kid.
be a game. I like the
Texans. I'm
got
going
you.
Texans.
I
Let's
got
go.
Yeah, I'm with
I'm going
TZ.
Texans. The
All
Bills
right.
not good.
What?
They proved it.
Don't
They
say
did.
that.
I mean,
They-
last game, yeah.
The last
but
game,
I
they
mean,
proved it.
They're
They
not
fine.
good.
The Bills ain't played nobody either, though, to be honest.
I'm going to go Texans.
Clean sweep.
Everybody, yeah. All right, Ravens and the Bengals. Ooh.
I'm going Ravens.
Bengals can't stop the run. Derrick Henry might run all over them. This is really tough for me.
All the picks are tough for you, TZ.
Somebody make a pick. I just said Ravens.
I'll go Ravens. I thought he had the floor.
I'm gonna
You-
go Bengals.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
That's tough for me though. That's tough.
You long range on that one. All right, Raiders and the Broncos.
Okay.
Broncos.
Now we talking. The Broncos are at home.
Easy. It got to be the Broncos.
Broncos at home. Yeah, I'm going with Denver. I'm going with the Broncos at home. But you got pressure.
I mean, I don't know if Bo Nix really unlocked anything. I mean, that offense is bad. That offense is bad. They can't run it. They can't throw it.
So you're going with the Raiders.
I'll go Raiders without Devontae. Minshew Mania,
I'm going Broncos.
Lone Ranger pressure.
which is fine.
Cardinals, 49ers.
San Francisco. I'm going my boy Brock Purdy money.
Cardinals versus 49ers. Man. I'm going with the upset.
Whoa.
I'm going with the Cardinals on the road to go to
Yeah.
San Francisco and upset them boys.
I wouldn't be mad at it.
I'm going with Zona.
That's because he
Yeah,
hating
I
on
wouldn't
Brock
be
Purdy.
mad.
That's cool.
I ain't
They
hating on Brock Purdy.
They gonna blow them boys out.
I don't see that happening. Pressure.
I'm gonna go 49ers, but I would not be mad if
I think I'm gonna be the Lone Ranger on this. Q, go ahead.
yeah.
Q know better. Q know better.
I'm
Make the
gonna
right
go. I'm gonna go with the Cardinals.
Okay.
What?
Shit, so I ain't the Lone
Oh,
Ranger on this thing. That's
man.
what I'm talking about, Q.
Yeah,
That's
y'all
what I'm
bugging.
talking
So
about.
Kyler Murray coming to 49er field and
Y'all bugging.
I
He
think
got
they
that
can
on
do
your DNA.
This would be the time to do it if they are going to do it. All right, what's the next game?
All right, Giants, Seahawks.
Seahawks.
I'm gonna go Giants.
The Giants are a bad team, Pressure.
Horrible
They're a really
football
bad
team.
team.
Horrible football team. Horrible
Bad
football
team.
team. But I mean,
How you going with the Giants and that's y'all rivals?
Because he got to pick an upset. Like, that's his upset.
yeah.
pick, I think.
I mean, you know,
There's an
almost
upset. pick.
upset.
Y'all
All
would
right,
think
so
y'all
is he the Lone Ranger, Q?
Yes, sir. Seahawks.
All right, then.
All
Next
right,
game.
Packers, Rams.
I'm
Jordan
going
Love
Rams.
is back. I'm going
Packers.
Green Bay.
Yeah, Packers all day.
I'm going Rams.
Rams look bad. Pitiful. Almost.
I'm going with the Packers because Stafford don't got nobody to throw the ball to, man.
At
Just
all,
give it to
Dave.
Kyron Williams,
Dave,
man.
you the Lone Ranger, Dave.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Cowboys, Steelers.
Ooh, y'all don't get silly out here
It's
now.
a rival classic game. The rival, probably one of the most prestigious rivals in football. NFL.
Night football too. Ooh, we in
Cowboys,
Pittsburgh.
Steelers.
I'm going. You know what? I look for Justin Fields to bounce back. I got Pittsburgh.
I got the Cowboys, obviously.
Of course, you got the Cowboys.
Yeah, obviously.
Okay, of course you do. Hey, TZ, who you got?
I'm gonna go Cowboys.
Yeah, a man with some sense. A man with some
That's
sense
'cause
about it.
he want Russell Wilson to get a chance, so he needs.
Yeah, man.
needs
It
Justin
all
Fields.
adds up.
He needs Justin Fields to lose 2 in a row so that they can go back.
Yeah, they can justify it.
Yeah. Who you got, Q?
I'm gonna go with the Cowboys, man.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
Man,
so
I'm
all right. So I guess
Good
I'm the
job.
Lone Ranger. Let make me be the Lone Ranger. Okay, that's fine. Who else we got?
Chiefs all day. Ain't nothing else to say. We finna come to
He's mania, yes sir.
Monday Night Football. Yeah,
we
Chiefs.
about to
I'm
run all
taking
over them boys.
taking the Chiefs at home too.
we
Yeah,
have
who are the Chiefs? Who?
Saints.
The Chiefs against the Saints.
Oh, yeah, it's got to be the Chiefs.
Chiefs at home. So we got a clean sweep on that.
But I will say this, like with Kelsey, a little long in the tooth. He's been bottled up. He got a little juice last week. But y'all got to find some offense.
We got offense. We don't worry about us, buddy.
Okay.
we got Kareem Hunt back, so
Okay.
we did good too.
We got options, and we got money.
Yeah, he
Mahomes.
did all right. He did all right. He hasn't played. He
Yeah.
got fresh legs.
Y'all
Right.
gotta lose the game at some point though, man. Like this might be the
He
time
made
to
a
do.
To
Not
somebody.
at home, man. Not at home, man.
That mean you
Yeah,
never
not at
know.
home. The defense is
Crazy
playing
things
too
have
good.
Crazier things have happened. But all right, so those are our picks, ladies and gentlemen. Those are our week 5 picks. You heard it here first from the Sports Time Zone. You got it from Q to Beat. You got it from TZ Dave. You got it from my man Pressure and yours truly, brother Anumsi. So whoever you want to roll with, or if you want to roll with a combination of all of ours, you got our picks. So do with it that as you choose. Now, we come into my favorite part of the show. The Sports Time Zone, ladies and gentlemen, is all about entertainment, but we are also about education. We want to educate y'all on some of these historical great players that you may or may not have witnessed some of their greatness. This installment of History Player of the Week, we just lost one of the great athletes of our Me Q Pressure era. The great late Dikembe Mutombo. Dikembe Mutombo, one of the greatest shot blockers in NBA history. We just lost him. He passed away due to brain cancer. So condolences to the Mutombo family. Condolences to his friends, his family, everybody around him that showed love. But on a bright note, we want to show some of Dikembe's highlights and some of the greatness that he displayed on the basketball court with not only his shot blocking skills, but just his defense overall. Dikembe was one of those guys where if he was in the paint, you would not just come down the lane recklessly trying to finger roll. He changed shots. He deterred shots. People saw him standing in the paint and they went the other way. If he got a block shot, he hit you with the finger. No. Not today. Even had commercials. Even later in his life, he was in commercials, slapping shots and blocking shots. But ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, our history player of the week. Dikembe Mutombo. Go ahead and run it. Cue the beat.
We just gonna go through a few blocks.
Yeah.
Cool. Go through a few blocks. You know, get that out of there. That's Mutombo.
Oh my goodness! Talk about meeting him
again. Don't come back.
Come on. Mutombo wasn't having it, boy. If anybody who came in that paint was getting it. This is Shawn Kemp, ladies and gentlemen.
Get that out of there.
Get it out of there.
Oh, get that out of there.
Out of there.
He blocking everything.
Everything that come in.
You know who's gonna be the second Mutombo?
Who you talking about, Dave? Who you think?
Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Dave.
They're totally different players. And I don't even watch basketball anymore.
I'm talking about just on the defense.
Totally different
just on defense.
I could see it a little. Hold on. Was that Kobe who just got sent back? This is the NBA Finals. This was the finals that year. Iverson went against the Lakers, and Mutombo was on that team. Look, he told Kobe to get back. Kobe and Dikembe are up in heaven right now, in basketball heaven, in all of their glory.
Get that out, man.
Come on. And he's doing this off vertical jumps.
Yeah. I remember they stopped him from doing the finger, man.
Oh, yeah. They stopped the finger wag. And just imagine.
He couldn't do it no more at that point.
Remember, at one point in the NBA Q in pressure, I don't know if y'all remember this, but Dave may not. There was no defensive 3 seconds.
Yeah.
The center could literally stand in the paint for the entire possession and wait for you to try to come in and then send it back to Michigan somewhere.
Look, he just blocking everything, man. He coming there.
Look at that.
Get out of here.
Low key, they made the defensive 3-second rule for guys like Mutombo.
Definitely.
Because you wasn't getting those shots off if he was in the paint. You wasn't getting nothing in that paint. And this was some of the greatness of Dikembe Mutombo. Look at that. And he had an offensive game too. Dikembe.
Grant Hill.
Get that out of there.
Shout out Grant Hill, man.
Shout out to Grant Hill. Look, Grant Hill even had to get it up out of there. So, yeah, Mutombo, man, we lost a great one, man.
Yeah. Definitely.
We lost a great one.
Yeah.
Shout out to Dikembe. He played for Denver Nuggets, Atlanta Hawks, Philadelphia 76ers, New York Knicks, and the Houston Rockets throughout his career. So he had a really healthy career. He played for a lot of
which team you feel like he had the most important run?
Contributing factor. And not only that,
Rockets.
He averaged double-digit points and double-digit rebounds for his career. He averaged 10 and 10 for his career, which is not an easy feat to do, especially when you're a defensive-minded player, to still be able to average double figures. You know, that's saying a lot. So shout out to Dikembe Mutombo. I appreciate that history player Q. And, our condolences again, and our prayers go up for Mutombo. Man, this 2024 has been something. We've lost a lot of greats this year. We lost a lot of greats, some personal, some professional, some just athletic, just a lot of losses in 2024. So y'all make sure, man, you got people that you close to, show your appreciation for them now while they're here. Show your love to them. Stop beefing and bickering over foolishness. If it's love, it should just be love, because you never know, man. People are here one day and the next day they not here. Like literally. I mean, I've lost 5 people myself this year that I know of personally that I can't text no more. I can't holler at them no more. I can't, do nothing with these guys no more because they gone. They not here. So show your people love while you have an opportunity to and while you can. Now, we have come to our final segment of the show. This is what we call the 2-minute turn up. For those of y'all, if this is your first time watching the show, we just wrap it up and give 2 minutes apiece to each of us with our thoughts and our last thoughts for what's coming up for the rest of the season or just what's on our mind. So for this installment of 2-minute turn up, I'm going to start things off a little bit and talk a little bit about my Dolphins. We trash right now. We trash. We can't beat the Tennessee Titans. To Precious' point, we've seen this coming with Tua for quite some time, that he's concussion prone, he's injury prone, and we have yet to address the situation by having a viable backup. Skylar Thompson comes in there, he stinks it up, and then he's out of there. Then we go and get Snoop Huntley. Snoop, God bless your soul, Snoop. I love what you're trying to do, but it's not going to make it right now. We have to go out there and get a real viable, legitimate backup quarterback, someone who could possibly step in and be a starting quarterback, because we don't know if Tua is going to be able to make it through an entire season. They talk about he's coming back in week 8. I don't think he should. Personally, I think he needs to just go ahead and retire. But who am I? I didn't just sign a $212 million contract, so it's easy for me to sit up here and say retire when you're sitting there holding a $212 million contract in your hand with only 150-something million guaranteed. If you say only 150-something million, you got to be talking about some big, long money. So with all that being said, Dolphins, I'm not saying I lost complete faith in y'all this year, but you lose to the Tennessee Titans and get blown out and smoked at home, and I've lost a great chunk of confidence in y'all boys. Get it together. Coach McDaniel, you have been exposed. You're not that great of a coach. You're actually probably subpar coach if you really want to look at it. Our only weapons is our wide receivers and our running back. To Q's point, we got an A+ receiver, A+ running back, but then a C- everything else. Our offensive line trash. Our defense is mediocre, and then our coaching is horrible. So you add that all up, and you got a team that's 1-4. We trash, and we need to get it together. That's all I got right now for my 2-minute turn up. I'm going to pass it off to my man TZ. What you got?
First of all, let me start off by just saying I'm just so excited that football is here. It's been going. It's been great watching. I love the competition. I just love it. My second point on the 2-minute turn up, you know what I'm saying? My baby, CC.
I knew it was coming.
Officially,
I knew it was coming.
is Rookie of the Year.
Yeah.
We all see that coming.
Caitlin Clark, Rookie of the Year. Like you didn't know.
Me too. That she was going to win Rookie of the Year. It was over. I already knew it was going to happen. Shout out to her and successful big first rookie year. Many more to come.
Well, you only get one rookie year.
Yeah, you only get one of those.
Yes.
Yeah. Shout out to
continuing on the WNBA side. The Aces, still my pick to 3-peat. It looks like we're going to be down 2-0 going into next game, but it's okay. We're going to walk down, and we're going to still be here. So that's how I'm feeling, and that's where I'm going.
All right. Salute. All right. Q to B. What you got for your 2-minute?
Well, we need to do something in Kansas City real quick, real fast. I ain't really worried, but if we can get a number 1 receiver on the team, that'll be awesome.
Devontae Adams.
Yeah, come on through, Devontae. You know what I'm saying? It's good in Kansas City, man. Come on down. D-Hop, one of y'all boys, come holler at Andy Reid. Mm-hmm. And I think Kareem Hunt, awesome job for somebody who ain't played. You came in and you did your thing for somebody who ain't played in a very long time. And once he get the wheels going, he still got it. So I think we're going to be good. Once Pacheco and Hunt in the backfield together, we got players coming back. Pacheco coming back. And if we make it all the way to the playoffs, Brown will be there too. So we're gonna get to have Brown back and Pacheco back with Hunt. Man, we looking good. We all right because our defense is a A+ defense.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right. Last but not least, our guest, but not really a guest, my man Pressure. You got 2 minutes to close us out. What do you got for your 2 minutes?
Talk about them Cowboys.
Okay, Cowboys. We can get it done, right? We know the process. Smart football, mistake-free football, no penalties. We've got next man up. Gotta be. We're down on defense. We've got to play mistake-free football. Offense, we know they lead. We got to pick them up. It's on the offense. Dak, you got your bread. CD, you got your bread. No inopportune drops, none of that. We got to make it happen. Somehow find a running game. Sooners, hey, it's our time, baby. They didn't believe in us. They didn't believe in us, but we're here. We are here, and we are going to shock the world, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Bet your houses, whatever you can scrounge together.
Not going to make it.
You can scrounge together. We're gonna do it.
We've been
also, again, condolences to the Dream, Dikembe. Also Pete Rose passed. He never got in, but it is what it is. Outside of that, hey, I'm ready for football this week.
All right. Week 5 is upon us, ladies and gentlemen. That's what y'all got from us. That's all we got for y'all today. Once again, we like to thank everybody for tuning in. We appreciate all the love that y'all been showing us. Continue to like, share, subscribe. We want to keep them numbers running up. Make sure y'all go to the IG page. You see it right next to my name, SportsTime_Zone, and also at the bottom of the screen, you see it there too. Make sure y'all continue to show love. But week 5 is upon us. So we're gonna see how we do in week 5. Y'all make sure y'all catch us. We got special episodes coming up on the weekends too, so make sure y'all stay tuned. We got some real big things going on, some fresh new topics. We're going to try to get the ladies involved a little bit in our sports topics and sports conversations. So we got some things brewing for y'all, so y'all make sure y'all lay around for it. But this is yours truly, Brother Numse. Also, fellas, close us out. Introduce ourselves one more time.
Pressure. For real in this joint. If you're on Madden, I'm out here. The group ain't gonna talk about how they ducking me, how they running. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, they be in the group chat. Ooh, I'm ready. I want to do it. Come on.
Oh man!
All I got is
time to get that invite.
Wait till I get that system. Wait till I get that system. I'm playing all y'all. I want all the smoke.
Hey.
I want all the smoke.
Hey, Q said he ready to hop on tonight. It's not like Pressure was throwing shots at you, Q. So I want to see what happens with that. If y'all do jump on, I'm definitely going to jump in and take a look. But yo, this is again Sports Time Zone. Yours truly, Brother Numse, Q to beat, TZ Dave, Pressure for real. We are out.
Yes, sir.